Cứ để trên bàn chị theo được biết. Chị để giữa
Gì cái gì? Okay chưa? Hello everyone, welcome back to today's lesson. Xin chào tất cả các bạn, hôm nay chúng ta sẽ trở lại với bài học mới nha. Thì hôm nay chúng mình sẽ học Unit 7, An Accountant Life. Alright, An Accountant Life. Cuộc sống của một cái người gì nhỉ? Bạn nào biết không ta? Một cái người nào mà phụ trách là tính tiền lương cho chúng ta. Kế toán đúng không? An accountant line. Cuộc sống một kế toán viên thì người ta như thế nào? Rồi, okay, now let's see what we will learn in today's lesson. Okay, first we're gonna talk about the objective that we have to achieve in this lesson. First, we're gonna talk about the past. Nói về quá khứ à? Rồi, thứ hai là gì? Talk about the calculation, sự tính toán này. Number 3, we talk about things you did and didn't do. Tức là chúng ta nói về những cái điều mà chúng ta đã làm và chúng ta chưa làm. Chúng ta không làm. Rồi, number 4, we talk about the stage in your career. Ở những cái cung bậc, những cái gọi là thứ tự chẳng hạn đó, những cái bậc ở trong cái career, trong cái sự nghiệp của chúng ta. Number 5, we talk about a tax return. Okay, a tax thì ở đây các bạn biết là gì nhỉ? Thuế đúng không? Vậy return nó là cái gì? Cô muốn các bạn sẽ đặt câu hỏi này, sẽ suy nghĩ từ giờ đến cuối bài, và cuối giờ các bạn sẽ trả lời cho cô, cuối bài các bạn sẽ trả lời cho cô là a tax return là mang nghĩa là như thế nào nhá. Nào, let's see, chúng ta sẽ enjoy cái tập này, cái bài học này và cùng đoán cho cô nhé, xem cái nghĩa nó là gì nhé. Nếu như mà cô cho các bạn đáp án luôn thì dễ quá, có phải không nào? Đúng không? Rồi thì bây giờ chúng ta sẽ vào luôn ha. Now we already talked about the objective right now. We talk about the outline. We have to concur in this unit. Number 1, we're gonna talk about was it a good conference? Number 2, calculation. Number 3, we talk about she worked hard yesterday. Number 4, he finished school in 1994. And number 5, he became an accountant. Number 6, a tax return. Number 7, review. Okay, everyone, are you ready to jump into the part 1? Was it a good conference? Let's see. I think you need to write down the name of part 1. Was it a good conference? Now let's see. We're gonna discuss in this part. We're gonna discuss about some questions here. I got some questions. Let me ask you, do you go to the conference? Do you go to any of the conferences before? Have you ever? If yes, what do you enjoy about them? And what problem do you have? And number 3, think about the presentation, the hotel and the food, etc. A lot of things. Let's around the conference. Let's think. Let's discuss. Something spring in your mind. Now, if you have something new, some ideas, something special to spring in your mind, just take note on your notebook and write down it and discuss with the partner. Okay. So right now, we move on to the next part. In this part, we're gonna listen and text. Right now, ready to listen. But before we listen, let's see what we have learned, what we got in this part. Tom wasn't there. Number 2, the presentations weren't interesting. Number 3, the conference room was small. And number 4, the hotel bedroom was small. Number 5, there wasn't any hot water in the hotel bathroom. Number 6, the food wasn't good. Number 7, the hotel was noisy at night. Number 8, there weren't any lift at the hotel. Wow. Everybody see 8 sentence here, bring the negative or positive energy. Is that positive? I don't think it's positive. I think it's negative. You see, they complain about the food, they complain about the hotel noisy, and they live and the room is small. Yeah, it's kind of negative, right? So right now, listen carefully. Is that the sentence here? Is that like that the sentence I write? Okay, let's see. Chúng mình cùng nghe xem là liệu là những cái complaint này có đúng, có phải là the truth không nhé?
Unit 7. An Accountant's Life. Recording 34.
Hi, George. Welcome back. How was the conference? Were the speakers good?
It was an excellent conference. There were lots of good people, and the presentations were all very interesting. My old friend Tom Watson was there, too.
Tom Watson?
Yes, you know Tom. He's a tax advisor at Collins and Moody. He was there with some of his colleagues. And that man who is a specialist in budget analysis, Steve something?
Steve Albright?
Yes, that's right. He was there. His presentation was fascinating.
So, no problems then?
Not with the conference. That was fine. But the hotel was awful. The bedrooms were horrible. They were small and dark. And there wasn't any hot water in the bathrooms. The food was revolting, too. And there was a lot of noise at night. The lifts were very noisy, and the hotel was next to a busy road. I won't stay there again.
Oh dear.
Okay, we just finished the listening. Now it's time for answering. We got number ones. Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay, now let's take. We got the hotel bedroom was small. Is that right? Is that true or false? So let's see number 5. We just take the information that mentioned correctly in the conversation, because there wasn't any hot water in the bathroom, the food wasn't good, the hotel was noisy at night, but the conference is very good. Is that right? And next, in this part, we're gonna listen again and decide it if it's true, you write T. If it's false, you write F. Okay, listen.
Unit 7. An Accountant's Life. Recording 34.
Hi, George. Welcome back. How was the conference? Were the speakers good?
It was an excellent conference. There were lots of good people, and the presentations were all very interesting. My old friend Tom Watson was there, too.
Tom Watson?
Yes, you know Tom. He's a tax advisor at Collins and Moody. He was there with some of his colleagues. And that man who is a specialist in budget analysis, Steve something?
Steve Albright?
Yes, that's right. He was there. His presentation was fascinating.
So, no problems then?
Not with the conference. That was fine. But the hotel was awful. The bedrooms were horrible. They were small and dark. And there wasn't any hot water in the bathrooms. The food was revolting, too. And there was a lot of noise at night. The lifts were very noisy, and the hotel was next to a busy road. I won't stay there again.
Oh dear.
Okay, we just finished this part, this exercise. We already listened again. Right now, quickly write down T's or F. Okay, now let's check the answer. Okay, we got the first sentence. There were lots of food, good people at the conference. Yes, that's true. Number 2, Tom Watson was alone with the conference. Where's fall? Because Tom Watson was there with his college, right? His college. And number 3, Stephen Albright presentation wasn't very good. Why is fall? Something wrong in the sentence, right? I want you gonna write down. You're gonna answer why it's wrong and recorrect the sentence become true. Okay? So it's good, right? It's fascinating. Right? It's right. Number 4, the hotel was excellent. The hotel was excellent. It's true or false? I Did you heard something? Tell me, what you heard something about hotel? Oh, okay. Is that awful? Is that awful? Right. The hotel was awful. Okay, it's not excellent. Next, number hotel rooms was large. Is that true? It's false. Absolutely right. It's false. Okay, it's small and dark. Next, number 6, the food at the hotel was good. Is it good? Is kind of rewarding, right? Rewarding. Now, let's see. Now, quickly write out this one. Okay, or if you didn't catch up, you can take the photo of this and save in your devices. Now move on. Let's talk about the new thing we learned in this part, in this for the first part of the unit 7. Okay, first we're gonna talk about the past simple of be. We use the past simple of be to talk about the parts. For example, I want you to focus on the example on the right column. She was born in 2004, or they were in the meeting yesterday, or we often use this term expression with the past simple, like yesterday, last night, last week, or last month, last Tuesday, 2 hours ago, 2 hours, or 2 years ago, 2 days ago, or you mentioned about in 19, the term, the year in the part, in 1994, in 1992, in January, comparing to the term at this term. Okay, for example, this term is let me see, is May, right? Is May, but somebody want to mention about January, but so January is the last, is the past, right? Okay, and let's talk about the structure. We got the subject, then plus was or were. If I, he or she, we gonna use was. If the subject you, we, they, we gonna use the be were. Okay, listen, was and were is different. Next, let's see the past simple of be in questions and short answer. Let's take a look. Was the weather good? Was the weather good? Yes, it's good. No, it's wasn't. Or it was not. We just add not after be, was, or were. Next, A. Were the presentation interesting? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. Weren't, or just were not. We just add not after were or was. Alright, everybody, let's move to the exercise to practice past simple of be. You have to complete the dialogue with the past simple of be right now. Now, number 1, we got you see were. Words in I was. Was the weather like? Was hard and sunny? Was there children with you? They weren't. They were the grandparents' house. Okay, move on another exercise. We got number 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 1 minute to finish this one. Okay, first was, and the last one is were. Okay, next, in this part you have to rewrite this sentence. And I want you gonna write down it. You're gonna write for your homework. Okay, and this one. See, I already mentioned about positive and negative. And now let's do this one. We got good, fascinating, horrible, wonderful, excellent, fine, revolting, delicious, interesting, awful, bad. Okay. So, where is the positive? The positive word? Now we got good, fascinating, wonderful, excellent, fine, delicious, interesting, and the other is our negative words. Let's check it. Right, horrible, revolting, bad, awful are negatives word. Move on, everyone. Take the stronger adjective. Okay, now let's see. Stronger adjectives is mean like if you say good, we got good. Like excellent is the stronger. Is the word strong? The adjective stronger than good, or we got like let me see. Bad and awful. Bad is awful is like a stronger adjective than bad. Let me see. Okay, you're gonna stick the stronger. Okay, here we got the right column, and left column. You just tick on the word that have the like a stronger meaning. Okay, like a good and excellent is nice, but some like excellent is nicer, stronger than good. Okay, you're gonna take on excellent or bad. When we compare bad with awful to awful, we say we feel that awful is like a stronger than bad. Then you take awful. Okay, and now let's do it in 1 minute. Okay, I have the answers here. So right now we move on the next part. In this part, we're gonna use a stronger adjective in 7th. Alright, the last exercise to complete this dialogue. A. Number 1, was the presentation interesting? Yes, they are. They are fascinating, right? And number 2, good. Okay, we see. Get here. Let's see the get here, right? See, get here, and we have to find the adjective has a stronger meaning when compared to good. We got is that excellent or delicious or wonderful? Excellent, right? Okay, number 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to finish this one. Those one. Okay, everyone, let's check the answer. Okay, how many correct answers do you have? Tell me. Okay, first we got excellent is stronger than like a fascinating stronger than interesting, excellent stronger than good, tiny is stronger than small, and wonderful stronger than fine, and awful is stronger than bad. Alright, move on the next part. Now, let's sum up today's lesson. What we already learned in today's lesson. First, we talk about vocabulary. We just learn about strong adjective like. And second one, we talk about language. We learned about past simple of be, like a words or. Alright, now move on the new word that we gain in this lesson. Okay, see, we got the conference, like a formal meeting for discussion. In Vietnamese, we say hội thảo. Alright, I got the example here. He gathered all the men around the table for the conference. Anh ta tụ họp tất cả những cái người đàn ông ở xung quanh cái bàn cho cái cuộc họp, ý là ok, tụ tập lại để học, đúng không? Presentation tức là talking, một cái cuộc nói chuyện thôi, giving information about something, đưa ra một cái thông tin nào đó về một cái điều gì đó. Nói cách khác, thuyết trình, đúng không? The speaker gave an interesting presentation on urban transport. Lift ở đây chính là cái thang máy. Hoặc là các bạn sẽ nhìn thấy là các bạn có thể thấy là trong thang máy trong cái lift người ta có thể sử dụng từ elevator, đấy cũng là thang máy nhá. Còn một cái loại thang nữa cũng là máy, cũng là đó, nhưng mà chúng ta thường thấy trong shopping mall đó, center đó, thì nó là cái thang cuốn các bạn nhé, escalator, đừng nhầm ha. Chúng ta có từ lift here is a machine that carry people, goods up and down to different level, like level in a building or mine. Okay, for example, I could take a lift to the 6th floor. Đi thang máy lên đến tầng 6. Rồi, we just finished the part 1 of Unit 7 and see you on the part 2 of Unit 7. Goodbye. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, now let's move on. The Unit 2. Sorry, it's not Unit 2, the part 2, calculations. Okay, in the last lesson, we just already mentioned about good, like negative sign, negative word, and positive word. And we talk about the stronger adjective, right? And past simple of be. Today, we're gonna learn about calculation. I want you to think about the meaning, but think about it. But let's just get the meaning, but don't tell me. Alright, don't tell me. I wanna ask you after the lesson. I think you wanna know when we finish this lesson. Ready? Let's jump into today's lesson. Okay, everyone. Before we jump into today's lesson, I want to mention about what do these symbols mean and how to say them in English. Okay, everybody, look at this one. Okay, everybody, do you know it? It's very common, right? We learned in math, like from when we were a student in primary school, we already learned about this one, like, or this one. If you don't know, let's take another slide and see it. Okay, everyone, we got minus or subtracted from, that's here. Alright, we got percent of, it is here. Percent, phần trăm đó, minus, dấu trừ nhá. Plus, dấu cộng ha. Ví dụ bạn nào mà, ví dụ mình mua sữa cho con cho cháu mình ấy, mọi người sẽ thấy là plus, cộng gì đó đó. Đúng không? Rồi, chúng ta có là times hoặc là multiplied by. Rồi chúng ta có equals hoặc là is or divided by. Okay, I think we're gonna move on the example for clearly understanding. Next, we got calculation. Những cái phép tính. 5 minus 3. 5 here, minus here, 3. Okay, equals to, or we can say 5 minus 3 is 2. 3 subtracted from 5 equal to. Okay, we got some way to speak about the calculations here. We got 3 subtracted from 5 equal to. Okay, next, 10 plus 5. 10 plus 5 equal 15, or 10 plus 5 is 15. Next, 5 added 2. Everybody, we talk about the number behind, like the number before is between the equal and the like the mark, like a plus. Okay, see, number 5 is a number between equal and plus. We mentioned about the number between these here. Okay, these here first, like a 5 added to 10, 5 added to 10 equals 15. Okay, now let's take a look. This one, this column here. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. Okay, 15 multiplies by 6 equal 19. Or 15, I already tell you about times, alright? 15 times 6 is 90. Alright, or 9% of 2. See, 10%. 10% of 250 is 25. Okay, so right now we move on another page. But before we move on the next page, I think you need to write out this thing, because we have to do some exercise after this page. Let's do it. Okay, everybody finished? Alright, if we finish, we move on to the next part. Alright, In this part, you have to listen and number.
Unit 7. Recording 35. 1,
5 times 150 equals 750.
2,
2,250 divided by 3 equals 750.
3,
145 plus 605 equals 750.
4,
10% of 7,500 is 750.
5,
780 minus 30 is 750.
6,
1 added to 749 is 750.
Okay, everybody have it finished? So, we're gonna listen again and I'm gonna give you the answer. Now, listen again.
Unit 7. Recording 35. 1,
5 times 150 equals 750.
2,
2,250 divided by 3 equals 750.
3,
145 plus 605 equals 750.
4,
10% of 7,500 is 750.
5,
780 minus 30 is 750.
6,
1 added to 749 is 750.
Okay, everybody, I already show you the number, okay? The order of this one. I think you already have the answer. Alright, move on to the next part. Now, student A, we're gonna move on to speaking. Student A, alright, we're gonna speak. And the student B, information and paste, 69. Okay, everybody, let's open the page 69. We got some calculations here. Okay. Now, let's see. I would like to invite someone else. Okay, everyone, we're gonna do by yourself. Like a 50, alright, 50 plus 60 equal 110. Next one, we got 200%, okay. 200%, someone, okay, is 5. Minus, okay. Everybody, we're gonna practice at home. Move on to the next part. In this part, we're gonna matchings. See, we got 100, 100,000. Okay, this one is 1 million, 1 billion, and 1 trillion. 100.000, 1 triệu. Okay, 1 tỷ và 1 trillion. Do you know it? Đúng không ạ? 9 số 0 thì là 1 tỷ phải không mọi người? Đúng không? Rồi thì bây giờ chúng ta có tận là bằng này số 0 cơ. Chúng ta có gọi là 1.000 tỷ không mọi người? 1 trillion. 1 trillion đều được nhá. Rồi, okay, let's see my answer. Yep. Okay, very good everyone. Right now, we move on to the next part. In this part, we're gonna practice saying this number. I got 3 numbers here. We're gonna practice saying, listen and check. Now, let's see. Alright, we got. Nào, ở đây có tận là 9 số đằng sau này. Vậy thì chúng ta sẽ dùng từ gì? Billion or trillion, everyone? Billion, right? 1 billion. Rồi, đến 200, đoạn 200 triệu đúng không nào? Thì sẽ là 200. Okay, 200 100 gì? Triệu mà. Triệu chúng ta có gì ạ? Million. 200 million. Rồi. Gì đấy? Chúng ta có gì? 32. 34 triệu. 234 triệu. 233. 234 million. Nó đến hàng triệu luôn này. Rồi tiếp tục mình nói đến hàng trăm nào, trăm nghìn nào. 567. Okay, 560,000. Next chúng mình nói đến hàng trăm. 890. Okay. Now everyone, let's check. Listen.
Unit 7. Recording 36.
You gonna listen?
1,234,567,890.
Okay.
580,677. 2,587,453,201.
Ok, mọi người sẽ thấy là chúng ta sẽ nhắc đến từng hàng một trước đúng không? Đầu tiên chúng ta có sẽ hàng tỷ, 1 billion. Ok, đến hàng trăm triệu chúng ta có 234 million triệu. Rồi đến hàng trăm nghìn, 567 thousand. Rồi đến hàng đơn vị 890. Đó, đến hàng trăm đơn vị là xong đúng không nào? Tiếp tục câu tiếp theo chúng ta có 580,000, 677. Next we got 2 billion. Okay, 2 billion, 2 tỷ trước nào. Đến trăm triệu nào. 587 million. Next one chúng ta có gì? 453,000. And next 201. Move on. Now, let's see what we already learned in today's lesson. In this lesson, we just focus on the vocabulary, right? The mathematical operator, okay? Next, talk about the new words here. In this one, we got talk about minus, okay? Dấu trừ đúng không? Subtract, hoặc là dấu trừ đó. Percent, phần trăm rồi. Multiply, dấu nhân cô Hà đã nói rồi đúng không? Divide, chia divided by equals là dấu bằng rồi. Okay. Everyone, we just move on. We just finish the calculation, the part 2 of Unit 7. In this part, we just focus on the vocabularies and the calculations like a minus, subtract, percent, multiply, divide, equal, and we practice do this and practice speak the number, right? Okay, like a billion, trillion, 1,000, 100,000, for example. Okay, we practice speak the number. Okay, so right now we move on the next part. In this part, we learned about number 3, the part 3. She worked hard. She worked hard yesterday. Let's see what we have learned in this lesson. Okay, this is the topic of part 3. We're gonna learn. Right now, we want to move on the part of the lesson. Okay, the next part. In this part, we have to listen and then take the correct answer. Okay, Ray, everyone we call Millie. Moody arranged a meeting for him for next Friday. And next, print out the letter in my correspondence file. Prepare Mr. Sweeterman text return all information you need in his file. Email Mrs. Cater and promise her we will send her tax return on Monday. Next, help Nidro with the Korshay Ltd financial statement. Next, enter the figures in the LMC profits and loss statement. Next, take the calculation on the Cosmo electronics gas flow. Everybody, you just hear, you just listen to I read the sentence here on the screen. Right now, it's your turn. Listen carefully and take the correct answer.
Unit 7. Recording 37.
Were you busy while I was at the conference, Tamsin?
Yes, I was quite busy.
Did you call Bill Moody?
Yes, I did. I called him and arranged the meeting for Friday at 3 p.m. in the boardroom. I ordered coffee and biscuits for 3:30.
That's great. Thank you for that. What about the letters in my correspondence file?
Yes, I printed them out. They're all on your desk.
Fantastic. Did you prepare Mr. Sweetman's tax return?
Yes, I did. I finished it yesterday. And I emailed Mrs. Cato to say that we will send her tax return on Monday.
Thank you. She will be very pleased. Did you check the calculations on the cost more cash flow?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't have time. I'll do them today.
Okay. And the COPSI financial statements?
Yes, I helped Nigel with those. He's going to show them to you this afternoon.
And LMC? Did you enter the figures in their profit and loss statement?
I entered some of them, but I didn't finish them. I'll do them now.
Thanks, Tamsin.
Okay. We just finished the listening part. Right now it's your turn to tick the correct answer. Okay, so now tell me. Okay, we got the correct answer is alright. 1. Call Bill Moody and arrange a meeting for him with him for next Friday. Next, print out the letter in my correspondence file. Next, prepare Mr. Sweetman text return all the information you need in his file. Next, email Mrs. Cato, and promise her we will send her text return on Monday. And next, have Nigel with the COPSI Ltd financial statement. Alright. We just finished this part and move. Now, right now we move on to the next part. Let's discuss about the new thing we're gonna learn in this part number 3. Okay, remember, we already talked about past simple, a B, in the unit 1. Sorry, the part 1, right? Okay, today we keep talking about past simple, but we talk about verb. Alright, now let's talk. Past simple talk about action and situations that started and finished in the past. Tức là sao ạ? Nói về những cái hành động này, những cái tình huống mà đã bắt đầu và đã kết thúc trong quá khứ. Bắt đầu và kết thúc trong quá khứ luôn. Ví dụ, chào đời đúng không? Đẻ con đúng không? Ok. Chào đời trong quá khứ và kết thúc luôn đúng không? Ý không phải là qua đời nha, đừng có ai hiểu nhầm là qua đời nha, chào đời xong qua đời luôn nha. Tức là cái việc mà chúng ta sinh nở ấy là kết thúc luôn rồi. Hay là ví dụ như là chúng ta khi mà chúng ta còn nhỏ ấy, cái việc còn nhỏ chúng ta đã kết thúc rồi đúng không? Thì đấy, đó chính là bắt đầu và kết thúc luôn trong quá khứ rồi. Được chưa? Hay là ví dụ cái việc mà chúng ta ngày hôm qua chúng ta thức dậy lúc 10 giờ chẳng hạn, đúng không? Cái ngày hôm qua ấy nó đã kết thúc rồi. Đó là quá khứ ha. Rồi, to form the past simple irregular verb. Rồi nói về cái form thì đơn giản lắm, chúng ta chỉ việc thêm ed vào thôi. Nếu mà động từ thường, chúng ta thêm ed vào thôi, có e thì thêm d, ed chính là ed đó các bạn. Rồi, để cho các bạn rõ hơn thì cô muốn các bạn cùng nhìn với cô vào phần column of example ha. Cái câu về ví dụ nhé, chúng ta có Shelley finish her income tax return. Finished. See, finished. Thêm ed này đằng sau cái verb finish. Ok, rồi. I worked hard yesterday. Worked. Thêm ed các bạn thấy không? Rồi, với cái câu question thì sao nào? Chúng ta có gì? Yes, no question ở đây là did you call the tax office? Did you call? Với câu hỏi ở trong cái past simple này các bạn sẽ đưa trợ động từ did lên đầu câu để hỏi. Và sau đó thì hỏi như bình thường thôi. Did you call the tax office? Đã gọi chưa? Yes, I did. Vâng ạ, em gọi rồi ạ. No, I didn't. Không, em vẫn chưa gọi ạ. Hay là không, em không gọi ạ. Đúng không? Cái việc call đấy đã xảy ra chưa? Rồi, hay là chúng ta có gì? Khi mà chúng ta viết cái negative sentence, chúng ta sẽ mượn thêm not và đằng sau cái trợ động từ did thôi. Thì chúng ta sẽ có là we didn't organize a conference. Ok, rồi chúng ta có gì? I studied for exam. Tôi đã học, đúng không? Cho cái kỳ thi rồi. Hay là arrange a meeting with his board. Sắp xếp cái cuộc họp với cái người sếp, phải không nào? Rồi thì submit thì nộp cái gì? Cái tax return. Submitted, thấy không? Submit ở đây là chúng ta gấp đôi chữ T lên này, thêm ed. Đó. Vậy đa số tất cả là thêm ed thôi. Nhưng mà nhớ nhá, khi mượn trợ động từ did rồi á, thì để ý cái call này có chia không? Không chia, đúng không? Hay là organize không có chia. Các bạn lưu ý một câu cho cô nhá, thần chú nhá. Khi mượn trợ động từ chính không chia. Cái trường hợp này xảy ra ở với tất cả các thì đơn. Ví dụ như cô có từ hiện tại đơn, đúng không nào? Hay là quá khứ đơn đó, thì mấy cái đấy nó cần chia. Còn ví dụ tương lai đơn ấy, were cũng động từ thôi, có chia cái gì đâu. Chủ ngữ, bất kỳ chủ ngữ nào cũng vậy, chúng ta đều dùng were mà. Nên là không có nhá, lưu ý có hiện tại đơn quá khứ thôi, hiện tại và quá khứ thôi. Chúng ta don't mention about the like a future. Chúng mình không mention đến tương lai nhá. Rồi, quên nữa, một cái điều nữa, không phải cô quên mà là bây giờ mới đến cái phần nhắc này. Thì chúng ta cẩn thận với những cái gọi là sự thay đổi nhá. Về phát âm, ví dụ như chúng ta có chữ work. Đấy là bình thường, nó đứng một mình, chúng ta nói là work. Nhưng mà khi thêm ed các bạn lưu ý cho cô nhé, worked. Alright, đấy là đứng một mình thôi. Thì các bạn sẽ nói rõ như vậy, worked. Tuy nhiên ấy, một điều, đó là trong câu, trong giao tiếp thì thực ra là không phải lúc nào người ta cũng nói nhấn mạnh như vậy các bạn nhé. Người ta sẽ không nói worked như vậy đâu. Như vậy thì sẽ làm chậm lại cái tốc độ nói chuyện của người ta. Thế nên là người ta sẽ có thể nói but hoặc là tùy tình huống hát. Rồi, nên là các bạn phải lưu ý nha. Rồi chúng ta có arrive, đúng không? Bình thường là arrive. Các bạn nghe rõ không ạ? Arrive. Nhưng mà khi mà thêm ed chúng ta sẽ nói là arrived. But diesel, đúng không? Rồi stop. Các bạn nghe cô Hà nói nhé. Stop. Các bạn thấy ending sao là âm P đúng không? Và bây giờ khi mà cô thêm ed thì sẽ thành gì? Stopped. But, đúng không? But đó. Bật pt lên. Alright, rồi. Tried. Rõ the ending, rất là rõ ending sound đúng không các bạn? Đó, rồi, ok. Rất là kỹ phần này rồi, thế nên là chúng mình hãy nghe thật kỹ nhá. Cô muốn là các bạn khi mà các bạn học, các bạn xem những cái video này á, thì chúng mình sẽ take note lại những cái điều mà mình cảm thấy là mình chưa biết. Ô, cái này hay quá, cô Hà dạy cái này hay quá, mình phải note lại luôn nhá. Có thể xem đi xem lại cũng được mà, đúng không? Nhưng mà cái này hay quá, sau mỗi một lần mình nghe mình lại chắt lọc được một cái ý hay thì mình take note lại giúp cô ha. Mỗi người giáo viên, mỗi cô giáo, thầy giáo đều có những cái hay ho, những cái điều thú vị trong cái bài học của họ. Nên là chúng ta hãy góp nhặt và tạo nên phiên bản của chính mình nhé. Rồi, với phần tiếp theo chúng mình sẽ listen the conversation again. Then you have to finish this one.
Unit 7. Recording 37.
Were you busy while I was at the conference, Tamsin?
Yes, I was quite busy.
Did you call Bill Moody?
Yes, I did. I called him and arranged the meeting for Friday at 3 p.m. in the boardroom. I ordered coffee and biscuits for 3:30.
That's great. Thank you for that. What about the letters in my correspondence file?
Yes, I printed them out. They're all on your desk.
Fantastic. Did you prepare Mr. Sweetman's tax return?
Yes, I did. I finished it yesterday. And I emailed Mrs. Cato to say that we will send her tax return on Monday.
Thank you. She will be very pleased. Did you check the calculations on the cost more cash flow?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't have time. I'll do them today.
Okay. And the COPSI financial statements?
Yes, I helped Nigel with those. He's going to show them to you this afternoon.
And LMC? Did you enter the figures in their profit and loss statement?
I entered some of them, but I didn't finish them. I'll do them now.
Thanks, Tamsin.
Okay, we just finished listening again. Right now, let's answer my question. What did Tamshin do last week? Ở đây các bạn lưu ý cho cô khi mà câu Hà đã mượn trợ động từ did rồi, thế nên là động từ chính do. Cô Hà không có chia nữa. Các bạn lưu ý nhé. Một câu mà cô Hà vừa mới nhắc rồi đó. Khi mà chúng ta mượn trợ động từ chính thì mượn trợ động từ thì động từ chính chúng ta không chia. Đấy là lý do vì sao mà khi mà cô có did trong câu rồi, cô Hà không có chia do nữa. Vì do á, cái từ do đấy khi mà chúng ta chuyển sang quá khứ, chia động từ sang quá khứ, chúng ta sẽ biến nó thành did. Chính là cái trợ động từ đó, giống nhau nhưng mà vai trò khác nhau nhé. Để các bạn lưu ý xíu ha. Rồi bây giờ thì tell me the answer. Okay, the answer is the Tamshin she printed out the letter in George's correspondence file. Next, she prepared Mr. Switchman text return and she emails Mrs. Cato. Next, she didn't check the calculation on the customer electric cash flow. Number 6, she helped Nigel with the COPSA Ltd financial statement. And number 7, she entered some of the LMC figure in their profit and loss statement, but she didn't finish them. Okay, everybody, now let's move on to writing. Writing, this part that make you have to write, that teach you how to write a sentence that using the given word on the screen here. I want to give you 1 minute to think about it, and I already suggested some answer here, and I want you gonna write down it. Okay, I'm gonna speak the suggested answer. First, I arranged a meeting last week. And next, I didn't finish some work last Tuesday. Okay, I already mentioned about 2 phrases in the givens the given words here. I already used 2 of them. And right now, I want you to think and write down your idea. Write down your sentence, your answer that you have to use the given phrases. Okay. Have you finished? If you haven't, you have to finish at home. Right now, we move on to the next part. This is the speaking time. You're gonna compare your sentences from 3 and take turn to ask and answer questions using this prompt. Okay. This part, I want you're gonna make make a vid with your partner. Alright, with your partner in your group, in your team, and speak and take turn to ask and answer. Okay, let's talk about the questions that we have to ask. Like, we have to discard, we have to make a video. First is, who did you have? Next, who did you email? Who did you do? What did you do? When did you arrange the meeting for? Who did you visit? What work did you finish? Okay, we got 6 questions that you have to take turns ask and answer together, each other. Alright, everybody, now let's talk. I want you gonna spend some time. Okay, you gonna talk and discuss, then I have to make a video about this. Practice at home by yourself. Next, move on. Now let's discuss about what we already learned in today's lesson. First, we talk about the vocabularies. In this vocabulary, we talk about oriented verbs, and about languages. About language, we learn about past simple. We learn about regular verbs. We just add ed, right? Just add ed after verb, or irregular irregular verb like do become did. Okay, go become went, for example. Let's talk about the new word we gained through this lesson. First, we got correspondence. Correspondence here is a letter, especially official or the business letters. The business. Đừng có bạn nào nói business nữa, hay là business nha. Business. Okay, business letter. Let's take a look the sentence here. You got any further correspondence should be sent to my new address. Next, ok, các bạn đã nhìn rất nhanh đúng không? Cô Hà đã mention đến thành text return. Và cô nói rằng là gì nhỉ? Chúng ta sẽ tìm hiểu trong bài này, nếu như bạn nào gọi là focus, bạn nào pay attention, chúng ta sẽ đoán ra ngay được là text return là gì đúng không? Text return ở đây nó là tờ khai thuế, a form that some people have to fill in to give information about how much they have earned in year. Okay, they will not fill in a tax return like those who are not illegible to claim the credit card. Next, we talk about the financial statement. Financial statement is a set of documents that show your company's financial status at a specific point in a time. Nó là báo cáo tài chính, đúng không? Financial statement. Let's take a look at the examples. There are various produce that must be followed when preparing financial statement. Next, we got profit and loss statement. Nó chính là cái financial report thôi ạ, báo cáo kết quả thôi. Nhưng mà về cái hoạt động kinh doanh, so how much your business have spent and earned over a specific time. Specific time ở đây nó specific là một cái thời gian cụ thể, khoảng quý 1, quý 2, quý 3 gì đấy chẳng hạn, đúng không? So let's take a look the example of profits and loss statement, báo cáo kết quả hoạt động kinh doanh. Ok, chúng ta có financial statement là báo cáo tài chính nói chung, profits and loss, lợi nhuận ấy. Profits là cái lợi nhuận, loss là những cái mất mát. Statement nó là những cái báo cáo. Ok, vậy thì nó chính là cái financial report thôi, nhưng mà show ra những cái kết quả, những cái hoạt động. Chúng ta kiếm được như thế nào, chúng ta giành được bao nhiêu trong một cái khoảng thời gian cụ thể. Rồi, the companies, let's take the example huh? The company's profits and loss statement reveal a significant increase in revenue years over year. Ok, rồi, next one chúng ta có gì ạ? Client. Ok, bạn nào maybe là trong chúng ta, some of them have ever heard about client. Ở đây chính là cái người customer của chúng ta thôi. A client has the same meaning as a customer, or someone who receives services. Người khách này. Ví dụ chúng ta có ví dụ là we always aim to give our clients personal attention. Chúng tôi luôn luôn đặt mục tiêu rằng là chúng tôi sẽ nhận được cái personal attention, đúng không? Từ client. Rồi, hay là chúng ta từ college ở đây là cái người đồng nghiệp, one of a group of people who work together. Rồi, chúng ta có ví dụ là he always got along well with his colleagues in the university. Anh ta luôn luôn có những get along with, tức là có cái mối quan hệ tốt, cái good relationship nha, với những cái người đồng nghiệp, tức là có một quan hệ tốt, xã giao tốt với những cái người đồng nghiệp của anh ta ở trong trường đại học. Rồi, chúng ta có figure ở đây là số liệu. The symbol for a number or an amount expressed in numbers. Ở đây cô có ví dụ. Can you read this figure? Is it a 3 or an 8? Is it a 3 or an 8? Just example. Okay, everybody. We just finished the part 3 of Unit 3. Unit 7. We learned about the vocabulary that relate to like a financial, right? We got some words when we already in this part, we already know about the tax return that I mentioned in there at the beginning of the lesson. Is that right? Okay, thank you for attending this lesson and hope to see you in the lesson in the part 4 of Unit 7. Hope to see you again. Goodbye. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Unit 4. Sorry, Unit 7, Part 4. Now, in the last lesson, we already learned 3 parts. Today, we learned Part 4. He finished school in 1994. Everybody say, this is the name. Okay, very quickly, I move on the next page. In this page, you have to use the correct past tense of the verb in the past. Okay, everybody, let's review the lesson. Review your knowledge that we already learned in the last lesson about the past simple. We talk about the verb right, which is add ed after verb, or you have to learn by you have to study by your heart, learn by heart. Some irregular verb do become did, go become went, spend become spent. Okay? So right now I got some given word, some given verb in the box, and I hope you can finish it. 1 minute to finish it. Okay, think about it. This exercise make you understand about the meaning of all the sentences. In 1994, 1998, 1999, 2000, 2002, 2004, 2009. Okay, now move on to the next part. In this part, I want you gonna listen, then check your answer. Listen.
Unit 7. Recording 38. 1.
In 1994, George finished school.
2.
In 1998, he graduated from university.
3.
In 1999, he started work at Monroe and Maplin Accounting Services in London.
4.
In 2000, he married Jenny.
5 and 6.
In 2002, he passed his accountancy exams and qualified as an accountant.
7.
In 2004, he moved from the London office to the Frankfurt office.
8.
In 2009, Monroe and Maplin promoted him to head of the tax department in London.
Okay, we just finished the listening part. Right now, let's check the answer with me. Okay, everyone. So first we got George's finished. Okay, sorry các bạn một xíu, chỗ này cô Hà lỗi đánh máy xíu ha các bạn, chuyển ES thành ED giúp cô nhé. Còn lại thì tất cả đều đúng rồi ha. Thank you everyone for correcting the words here. Okay, right now we move on to the next part. We got listen and repeat.
Unit 7. Recording 39.
Let's repeat.
Finished.
Finished.
Moved.
Moved.
Started.
Started.
Graduated.
Graduated.
Passed.
Passed.
Qualified.
Qualified.
Promoted.
Promoted.
Visited.
Visited.
Helped.
Helped.
worked,
worked,
arranged,
arranged,
filed,
filed,
checked.
checked. Okay, everybody, we just finished the listening and repeat. And I hope you gonna listen again and repeat many times at home. Then you have like a good voice. Okay, everybody, now move on to the next part. In this part, I want you gonna write the verb in the box, like in the correct column. I got 3 columns here, T, D, and ED here. Okay. We got T like a finished, past, help, worked, tricked, moved. For D sound I got D, moved, qualified, filled, filed, arranged. ED we got started, graduated, promoted, visited.
Unit 7. Recording 39.
Finished,
Okay, listen and take.
moved, started, graduated, passed, qualified, promoted, visited, helped, worked, arranged, filed, checked.
Okay, everybody, have the answer, alright? Right now, we move on to the next part. In this part, I want you to make a table for yourself. A table các bạn ở đây đừng có hiểu nhầm là cái bàn nhá. A table đây còn là bảng nhá. Rồi, date ở đây là gì nhỉ? Ở cái ngày nhá. Cái ngày ví dụ như là today is the first of June chẳng hạn. Hôm nay là tháng 6 rồi, không phải tháng 5 nữa đúng không? Ngày 1 tháng 6 chẳng hạn. Ví dụ như vậy thôi, cô Hà ví dụ vậy nhá. Thì what did you do? 1 tháng 6 á, các con làm gì nhỉ? Các bạn làm gì nhỉ? Đó, các bạn ghi lại cái hành động mà các bạn đã làm này, ngày bao nhiêu đó các bạn làm gì. Đó, ok. Rồi, phần này thì chúng ta sẽ làm tại nhà nhé. Rồi, now we move on the next part. In this part, we're gonna discuss. Discuss work in pair. We're gonna do you're gonna discuss this topic with your partner. We're gonna discuss about the days in your table and take turn to ask and answer the questions. Okay? Rồi, để nói cụ thể hơn về phần bài tập về nhà này, phần practice at home này, cô muốn các bạn về nhà sẽ tìm một partner của mình làm việc theo nhóm 2 bạn nhé. Và các bạn sẽ lần lượt hỏi nhau, hỏi và trả lời. Và dựa theo cái table của chính mình, người này hỏi người kia. Được chưa? Chúng ta sẽ hỏi về what did you do? On the first day of June, what did you do on the 2nd of June? What did you do on the, yesterday, for example? Các bạn sẽ take turn, ask and answer. Ok, lần lượt hỏi nhau nhé. Next, move on. In this part, I want you we're gonna discuss about what we already learned in today's lesson. In this part, we learn about vocabularies. We review the regular past simple verb and how to pronounce with a verb with ending ed. We got 3 ways to speak ed, T, and D. For example, organized. Okay, for the T sound, we got checked, stopped, or the ed sound started, needed, for example. Right. Now, move on to new words in this part. In this part, we got some new words here. First, we got graduate. Graduate is a verb and is also a noun. Okay, is a verb and it's also the noun tốt nghiệp hoặc là cái người mà đã tốt nghiệp rồi nhá. Chúng ta có a person who has the first degree from the university or college. Okay, college. Một cái người mà đã có cái first degree tức là cái bằng. Ví dụ bằng cử nhân đó, bằng cử nhân từ trường đại học hay là trường cao đẳng. Thực ra ở nước ngoài thì người ta không có quá nhiều just a few differences between university and college. But in Vietnam, we got the big difference. We just use a university for đại học and college for cao đẳng. Now, let's take a look my example. Krish is a physics graduate. Okay, promote everybody is a verb. Raise somebody to a higher or more important position or rank. Thăng chức nói chung ha. Tức là chúng ta đưa một cái người nào đó lên một cái vị trí công việc cao hơn, okay, quan trọng hơn. Rồi, thì thăng chức đúng không nào? Rồi she just been promoted senior sales rep. Next, we got qualify. Từ này rất là dễ bị nhầm các bạn nhé. Nhầm ở đây với một từ đó là quality. Quality là chất lượng. Qualify ở đây nó là chúng ta có kiến thức, kinh nghiệm đầy đủ, giống như là năng lực nói chung đó, năng lực để có thể ở đấy chuẩn bị đầy đủ điều kiện, năng lực này, học lực, kinh nghiệm nói chung về cái khả năng của chúng mình đó. Rồi, năng lực ở đây nó là gì? Entitled to a particular benefit or privileged by the fulfilling and necessary conditions. Okay, let's take a look example. Take a look my example. They do not qualify for the compensation payment. Chưa có đủ điều kiện ha. Chưa có đầy đủ điều kiện cho cái gọi là cái compensation, tức là cái khoản trả lương hưu đó. Ví dụ như là ở Việt Nam đàn ông 60 tuổi mới về hưu chẳng hạn, mà ông mới có 50 tuổi thì chưa có qualify, đúng không? Okay, everyone, we just finished the part 4. Now, let's talk about the part 4. What we already learned. We learned some word here, like a 3 word. I just give you 3 word. Graduate is a noun and is also the verb. Promote, qualify, and one thing that you can still remember this time. We just finished the part 4. Okay. We learned about how to speak, right? How to speak the verb with the ending ed, like a 3 word, like the ending t sound, d sound, or ed sound, right? And we learned how to add, how to speak, how to pronounce with verb with ed sound, and we talk about the past simple with verb, right? Okay, thank you everybody. We just finished the part 4, and thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy this lesson. See you on the part 5. It's time to say goodbye. Bye bye. Oh, okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to part 5 of Unit 7. We already learned 4 parts in this Unit 7. Okay, right now we move on to part 5 of Unit 7. Are you ready? Ready. Okay, in this part 5, we're gonna learn the topic here. The title is He Became an Accountant. Alright, everybody. That's fine. This is the interesting title, right? He became an accountant. Cô Hà đã mention về cái accountant ở đây rồi đúng không? Gì ạ? Là gì các bạn? Là cái người tính lương ấy. Là ai ta? Kế toán đúng không? Chị kế toán, anh kế toán đúng không? Rồi became an accountant. Rồi, let's see what we learned, what we gonna learn in this part. Okay, everybody, I got the passage here, and I want you to read it and underline the past simple verb in this passage. It's your turn. 1 minute for everyone. Let's do it. Just underline the verb. Okay, everybody have it finished? Now let's read with me and underline the verb. Okay. Now everybody, in 1994, George left school and went to the university. We got left and went. Next, he made lots of friends. Make friends here is get bạn. He made, chúng ta có từ made, is a passive verb. Next, at university and he met ở đây nhá, his wife, vợ của anh ta, Jenny, there, gặp vợ ở trường đại học đó. He left university in 1998. Anh ta ra trường vào năm 1998. Left here and went to work, đi làm. Went to work Morari and Muffin Accounting Services in London in 1999. In 2002, he took ở đây nhá, his accountancy exam. Anh ta tham dự một cuộc thi kế toán đấy. He got good results. Anh ta có kết quả tốt này. Hit exam. Tất cả kỳ thi luôn trong bài kiểm tra của anh ta. Và he became a qualified accountant. Anh ta là trở thành một cái người gọi là đủ điều kiện để trở thành một cái người accountant. Rồi, đó là tất cả. Nào, chúng ta cùng tổng kết lại nhé. Chúng ta có left, went, made, met, left, went, took, got, and became. Everybody. Now, let's take this page. Take a look at this page. Let's discuss about new thing we gonna learn in this part. In this part, we mentioned about some verbs do not form the past with the ed, like an irregular verb. For example, I already mentioned about this like before the previous lesson. For go become when, buy become bought, find become found. For example, fed, fell. Or we use did or didn't plus verb in negative sentences and questions. I already told you right now, which is like a review. Now, let's take my example. George met his body yesterday. Met. Meet become met. Next, I bought the currency a week ago. Bought. Buy become bought. Next, I went to the office by train. Went. Go become went. Next one, we didn't send the email. We didn't send the email. Remember when you did or didn't, we just put the verb cộng động từ thôi. No ending. Không có thêm cái gì đằng sau hết nữa, đúng không? Nguyên thể thôi nhá. Like in negative sentence or the questions. Okay. For example, did you come to work by bus? Or where did you go for holiday? I went to Spain. Okay, everyone, move on the next part. In this part, I want you gonna map to the infinitive form. Match. Okay, for example, go become went, meet become met. Okay, you find the verbs here and you match to their infinitive form. I got the 7 verb here is as the infinitive form, and I want you gonna find the past simple verb of this one. I already told you. Right now it's your turn. You have to write down. Okay, have you have the answer quickly, everybody? Have you got the answer? Okay, now see. Go, went, meet, met. Take, took, leave, left. Make, made, become, became, get, got. Alright, everybody, move on. Matching. I got 2 groups here, group A and group B. I want you gonna matching the infinitive verb here with the past simple verb. 1 minute for everyone. We got some verb that we already mentioned in the last exercise in the previous exercise. Right now, we're gonna discuss. We're gonna matching, we're gonna match them. Okay, do you have the answer? I'll get 30 seconds left, huh? Think, thought, think carefully, thoroughly. Okay, now let's check the answer. Make, made, buy, bought, go, went, speak, spoke, have, had, meet, met, see, saw, come, came, find, found, sent, sent, write, wrote. These the answer. Everybody. Right now I have the passage here. And I want you gonna write 5 sentences about George's day using some verb in the verb in number 3, like in the previous page. For example, yesterday George wrote to Tony Pearson. I want you gone using the to-do list of the George's day. And write down about him. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to thinking and give some your idea, and then we move on the next part. If you want to something want to ask me, please feel free to ask me. Okay, let me give you one more like a suggested answer, like yesterday, George buy flower for Jenny. 3. Bought flowers. We have to change buy, become, bought. Right? We have to use the past simple verb of buy, become, bought. George bought flower for Jenny. For example, everybody, we have to change. We have to use a past simple verb, not the infinitive verb. Okay, I think you're gonna finish this at home. Let's move another speak. And let's start another page here. This is a speaking term. Okay, in this part, you gonna speak it. You're gonna practice speak with your partner. You're gonna ask and answer. Take turn, ask and answer. What George did yesterday. You're gonna ask, what did George do at 12 o'clock, for example? And B say he had lunch with his sport. Or what did George do after that, after having lunch with the boss? You say he bought flower for Jenny, for example. Okay, take turn, ask and answer. You're gonna make a video, work with your partner, working pair, alright, art and answer to practice speaking. Now, everybody, we just finished the speaking, and right now we move on to the next part. In this today's part, we just focus on the irregular verb past simple verb. And about the language, we learn about irregular verbs don't follow a consistent pattern. For example, did not, didn't, which is you verb, infinitive verb, not the verb with the ending ed or something. Like, for example, I didn't buy flour last week, last month, or last Thursday, last Monday. Or I didn't cook dinner yesterday. Didn't cook, you see? The verb cook. I didn't add some like ed or something. It just like verb. This is simple verb. Okay, infinitive verb. Okay, everybody, let's move the new word. In this part, we got some new word here for like paperwork. Paperwork is that the reading work that is a part of the job, such as filling in the form, writing letter or report. For example, I've kept all the paperwork for the car. Đây là một cái công việc mà viết lách, nó công việc sử dụng mình khiến chúng ta phải viết, vậy nó là một phần của công việc. Ví dụ như là chúng ta phải điền vào form này, những cái form ở đây nó là cái kiểu biểu mẫu các thứ đó. Rồi budget ở đây chính là ngân sách. Ví dụ như chúng ta đặt budget là chi tiêu trong chuyến du lịch này 10 triệu chẳng hạn. Đó, thì đấy chính là chúng ta đặt ra 10 triệu, chúng ta chỉ được chi tiêu trong vòng 10 triệu đó thôi. Thì budget này chúng ta đã được học ở trong cái bài trước rồi. Amount of money you have available to spend, tức là cái khoản tiền mà bạn available để có thể gọi là tiêu. Rồi, sticking to a budget will have you save money for dream vacation. Dream vacation, okay. Sticking a budget will help you save money. Tiết kiệm tiền cho cái chuyến đi du lịch trong mơ, dream vacation. Next, we got analysis. Analysis is a verb that detailed examination of the elements or the structure of something. Analysis is a verb. It's phân tích. Some of the argument needs further analysis. Alright, everybody speak to me. Analysis. Alright, everybody, we just finished the part 5 of Unit 7. So, this is the end part of part 5. But before we finish this part, I want to ask you, did you remember something that we already learned in today's lesson? In this part, tell me what we already learned. We learned about the irregular verb. Is that right? And we learned some word here, the paperwork, budgets, analysis, and what else? What else that you can remember? What do we got here? Okay. If you don't remember, I think you should watch again this exercise because it's really important to the next lesson. Okay, everybody, thank you for attending this lesson, and it's time to say goodbye. Hope to see you in the part 6 of Unit 7. Goodbye. Hello everyone, welcome to the part 6 of Unit 7, a text written. Okay, a text written. If you like to study with me from the beginning until now, maybe you know about a text written because I already mentioned about the Vietnamese meaning in the part 3. At the end of the part 3, if you didn't remember, let's watch again. Okay, we want to move the exercise for this one. Let's see what we're gonna learn in this lesson. In this lesson, in this first part, you're gonna listen and take things and to answer things just one Taylor to send.
Unit 7. Recording 40.
Hello, is that Mrs. Taylor?
Speaking.
This is George Johnson from Monroe and Maplin. I'm calling about your tax return. We need some more information in order to complete it.
All right. What do you need?
Well, you sent us details of your income and business expenses. They arrived last week. But as you work from home, you can claim a business use of home charge. This will reduce the amount of tax you pay.
That sounds good. What exactly do you need?
We need details of your household expenses. So that's your gas and electricity bills, and records of your mortgage payments. And also, can you let us know the number of rooms in your house, the number of rooms that you use for business, and the number of hours per week that they are used for business?
Okay, I can do that. I'll send the information this afternoon.
That's great. Then I can finish the calculations and let you know how much tax to pay.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, we just finished the listening part. And right now, let's answer things just want Taylor to send. What he want? Okay, what did he want? Yes, he want details of her household expenses, right? In this part, now move on to the next part. In this part, we're gonna listen and answer these questions. 1. Why can George submit Mrs. Taylor tax return today? And number 2. When did the details of Mrs. Taylor's income and business expenses arrive? And number 3. Why can Mrs. Taylor claim a business use of home charged? And number 4. Which of these things does just need calculate to the business use of home charge? A. Details of Mrs. Taylor's income. B. Mrs. Taylor's gas and electricity bill. And C. Records of Mrs. Taylor's mortgage payment. And D. Information on the number of rooms in the house Mrs. Taylor used for business. Number 5. What will George do when Mrs. Taylor sends the information? Let's listen.
Unit 7. Recording 40.
Hello, is that Mrs. Taylor?
Speaking.
This is George Johnson from Monroe and Maplin. I'm calling about your tax return. We need some more information in order to complete it.
All right. What do you need?
Well, you sent us details of your income and business expenses. They arrived last week. But as you work from home, you can claim a business use of home charge. This will reduce the amount of tax you pay.
That sounds good. What exactly do you need?
We need details of your household expenses. So that's your gas and electricity bills, and records of your mortgage payments. And also, can you let us know the number of rooms in your house, the number of rooms that you use for business, and the number of hours per week that they are used for business?
Okay, I can do that. I'll send the information this afternoon.
That's great. Then I can finish the calculations and let you know how much tax to pay.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, this conversation between George and Mrs. Taylor about the tax return. Okay, about the Mrs. Taylor's tax return. Okay, right now you have to answer these questions. Now, question number 1. Why can't George submit Mrs. Taylor tax return today? Why can't? Okay. Because he needs some more information in order to complete it. And question number 2, we got why did the Taylor to tell Mrs. Taylor in common business expenses arrive last week? Next, move on to question number 3. Why can Mrs. Taylor claim a business use of home charge? Number 4, which of these things does George need to calculate the business use of home charge? A, B, C, or D? I already read it for you and right now. Let's answer. Check the answer. Number 3, we got because she worked from home. Number 4, the answer A, detail of Mrs. Taylor's income. That's the thing that George need to calculate their business use of home charge. Next, everybody, let's take a look at question number 5. What we just do when Mrs. Taylor sent the information? What we just do? when the Mrs. Taylor sent information? E? Okay, you're gonna finish the calculation and let her know how much tax that she have to pay, right? Everybody, we just finished the exercise. Right now we move on another exercise. I'm gonna give you some given words here in the box, and I got 6 blank that you need to fill in, and it's time. You got 1 minute to finish this one. Quickly, everybody, read thoroughly and write out the answer. And if you don't have enough time, you can pause the video and finish. And after that, you resume the video. You resume, you replay, or you click to the key to the continue seeing the watching the video. Everyone have you finished? Okay, right now we move on. Now let's check the answer. Number 1 got household expensive. Number 2, check. Number 3, shy. And number 4, submit. Number 5, we got records. And number 6, questions. Please call me or Tencent on 01730829741. So sincerely, George Johnson. Okay, everybody, we just finished this exercise. Fill in the blank. Right now, move on the speaking time. Okay, based on George's letter in 3, let's discuss. I got 3 questions here. Will George submit Mrs. Taylor text written by post? If not, how will he submit it? Number 2, can you submit text written online in your country? And number 3, can people who work from home claim a business use of home chores in your country? How do accountants calculate how much to claim? Okay, you know this what I want you gonna spend for doing yourself, doing with your partner at home. Yeah, you gonna have the video call to your partner and discuss about them. You're gonna take turn ask and answer about these questions. You have to base on the information on the George letter in the previous page, previous slide, and discuss about them. If you want to something that you feel confusing, can you text me and ask me about this, or or discuss about something difficulty that you got during you enjoying the lesson. Okay, everybody, let's move on the end of the lesson today. Now let's talk about what we already learned. In this lesson, we just focus on the vocabulary, like the text written, taxation, and the new word here. We got household expensive. Expensive here is not expensive. We got expensive. Okay, seas, not sieve. Sieve ở đây là đất đỏ, còn seas ở đây là cái chi phí. Chi phí household tức là những cái chi phí chi tiêu trong gia đình vậy. A per person breakdown of general living expenses. Alright, we got the sentence here. Don't forget the fake term household expensive when creating your monthly budget. Đừng có quên những cái yếu tố mà gọi là chi tiêu trong gia đình, điện rồi thì ga, đúng không? Đó, khi mà tạo nên creating a monthly budget tức là những cái chi tiêu đặt ra trong tháng vậy. Rồi chúng ta có gì? Business expenses tức là cái cost of operate a business, tức là chi phí phát sinh trong quá trình kinh doanh của doanh nghiệp. Okay, keep track of business expenses is crucial for tax filing. Đấy là cái sự khác nhau giữa household expenses và business expenses. Một cái là gia đình, còn một cái là doanh nghiệp. Các bạn lưu ý ha. Đặc biệt là những bạn nào có thể có định hướng là sau này mình có thể làm thêm vào ngành kế toán thì các bạn sẽ có những cái nhìn nó sâu sắc ha. Rồi, chúng ta đến với phần tiếp theo, chúng ta có income. Income đây thu nhập. Thu nhập này thì là tất cả số tiền mà chúng ta kiếm được, có thể là lương, bao gồm salary hay là những cái khoản đầu tư của chúng ta, đều thuộc vào cái phần income ha. Rồi, nhìn ví dụ cho cô nhé. More help is needed for people on low income. Tức là người có thu nhập thấp nhé. Low incomes là thu nhập thấp. For people on low income. Check. Rồi, không bạn nào nói check ở đây nhé. Chúng ta có từ này là check. Tức là một cái bản printed form used instead of money. Thay thế cho tiền. Và make payment from the bank account. Rồi, ok. Tiếng Việt chúng ta nói là check luôn ha. Check. Rồi. Check. Và chúng mình sẽ có, cô xin lỗi chút xíu ha. Cái này chúng ta sẽ đọc là check. Check. Và tiếng Việt thì chúng ta sẽ nói check. Cô bị nói nhầm một xíu ha. Rồi chúng ta có ví dụ là gì? I wrote him a check for gì ạ? 50 pounds. Is that right? Rồi đây chúng ta có từ charge. Charge ở đây là cái số tiền mà bạn phải trả. The amount of money that you have to pay for something, especially for an individual service, là cái charge. Ví dụ như là chúng ta có đi vào một số những cái khu du lịch á, những cái bảo tàng ấy, chúng ta không cần phải trả phí, no charge for the like khi mà chúng ta tham quan chẳng hạn, for no charge for the visiting. Đó, nhưng mà một số nơi tham quan thì mất tiền, không mất tiền nhưng mà khi mà chụp ảnh thì lại mất tiền chẳng hạn, thì lại phải pay charge or pay some money. Đó, một số thôi. Ok, next one. Chúng ta có gì ạ? Mortgage. Ok, cái mortgage này nó là khoản thế chấp. Ví dụ như là nó cũng là một khoản vay thôi. Tie up loan used to purchase or maintain a home, plot of land, or another type of real estate. For example, they took out gì ạ? 400,000 pounds mortgage. Tức là they borrow, đúng không? They borrow 400,000 pounds to buy a house. Chúng ta có từ owe. Owe đây là nợ. Ok, ví dụ I owe you my life. Tôi nợ em cả cuộc đời, for example. Đó, ví dụ vậy. I owe you a drink for helping me move. Tôi nợ bạn một chầu uống nha, vì cảm ơn bạn, vì là bạn đã giúp đỡ tôi đó. Rồi ok. Tức là chúng ta have a obligation to pay or repay something, especially money, in return for something received. Everybody, we just finished the part 6 of Unit 7. In this part, what we already learned. Okay, we knew some word related to taxation, related to the household expenses, the business expensive, and what else? Tax return, and what else? We just learned some kind of money and learn a verb like an old mortgage, alright? But mortgage, we just mention again because we already learned in previous lesson. And what we learned in this lesson? Okay. I hope you can watch this lesson again and again for the clear understanding and remember the conversation. Sorry, it's not the conversation, I mean the knowledge that I teach you, because you know we have a lot of information in one lesson. Then I think you have, when you learning online, following this way, you have a lot of benefits. We can watch again and again a lot of time. We can count how many times we can watches the video, and or even when before going to sleep, you can turn on the video and just enjoy the lesson for more understanding about this lesson when we have before we prepare for the test. Okay, everybody, let's move on. we just finished the part 6. Thank you for listening and thank you for attending this lesson. Hope to see you on the part 7 of this Unit 7. Goodbye! Hello everyone! Welcome to the part 7 of Unit 7. This is the last part of Unit 7 review. In this part, of course, we're gonna review all the vocabulary that we already learned together through 6 parts in Unit 7. Now, let's see. In this part 1, we learned about the strong adjective. Did you see? We got strong and excellent. For example, excellent is stronger adjective when comparing to good, right? Or like interesting and fascinating. Fascinating is more stronger. Sorry, is stronger than interesting. Right. Okay. How about the past symbol of be? We got like as a structure here. But remember, I, he, she, it, we have to use words. And you, we, they, we plus were. Next, let's see part 2. Part 2, we just focus on the vocabularies, mathematical operators. Like a plus, minus, divided, times, equal, percent. Is that right? Next, part 3, we learn about vocabulary types. Oriented verb, language, past simple is employed to narrate completed action or events that occurs in period to the present moment. We just mentioned about regular verb, added ed, and irregular verb. Now, next, what we learn in part 4. In part 4, we focus on the regular verb, regular past simple verb, and we have something to know the difference between the past simple verb and the infinitive verb. Like a go, become, went, right? Buy become bought, sell become sold, finish, okay. Finish is a regular verb, finish become finished. Okay, and we learn how to pronounce the ending ed after a verb. We got 3 ways. First, we got t, second, d, and last one, we got ed. For example, we got the t sound, the ending t sound, we got stopped, alright, or watched, washed, kept, alright. About the D sound, we got organized, alright, or to the ed sound, we got wanted, needed, read become read. The same word but different pronunciations, okay, and different meaning. Okay, next. Move on to part 5. In the part 5, we learn vocabularies that relate to irregular past simple verb. Irregular is that động từ này làm sao ạ? Không có quy tắc nha. Regular là động từ thường, động từ có quy tắc thì chúng ta chỉ việc là add ed thôi. Rồi, về language, irregular verb don't follow a consistent pattern. Ví dụ như chúng ta có negative sentence, it did not or didn't, we just add verb. For example, I didn't play football last night. I didn't have dinner last night. I didn't have lunch last night. Oh, last night have lunch last night? No, right? Yesterday. Okay, how about past 6? Vocabulary. In part 6, we learn about the vocabularies that relate to taxation. For example, okay, now I got some example here, and your lesson is you have to complete this question with past simple of be. I got 8 questions here. I'm gonna give you 1 or 2 minutes to finish this one.
có quá. Sao em về ca?
Sắp xong rồi. Má ơi, tí nữa vào xong rồi tí nữa anh phải cắt phần này đi đúng không? Chị sắp xong rồi, phát cuối rồi. Okay, everybody, let's take the answer with me. First, we got words. Number 2, words. Number 3, were. Number 4, we got were. Number 5, words. Number 6, were. Number 7, words. And number 8 is words. Okay, let's move on to exercise number 2. Okay, in the exercise number 2, I want you gonna finish at home. Let's take the photo of this and finish at home. Okay, 10 seconds for taking photo and save in your device. And I hope you're gonna finish at home. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time's up. Move on. Okay, this part as well. Take the photo. Take the photo of this. 30 seconds, maybe 10 seconds is enough. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Alright, everybody, right now, I want you complete this question with the verb in brackets. Okay, I bought or didn't buy a newspaper yesterday. I left or didn't leave the house before. Half part. Okay, half past 8 this morning. With the verb make, we got made or didn't make. Had, didn't leave, or met. With the meet, we got met or didn't meet. Went, didn't go. Spoke, didn't speak. Got, didn't get. Okay. Everybody, let's move on to writing. Complete this sentence. Make some true or false for you. Everybody, I want you gonna complete these sentences. Make them true or false for you. Okay, for this part, I want you gonna finish at home. Move on. This is the speaking time. You're gonna work in pair. Take turn to read out your sentences. Guess which of your partner's sentences are false. Next, you have to work in pair. Take turn to ask and answer the question in 1. Look back through the unit you can remember. You can remember the answer. In this part, you're gonna work in pair, make a video, and work with your partner speaking about this one. Alright, take turn ask and answer about the question in 1. Look back through the unit and you can remember answer. Okay, so this is the last part of today's lesson. Alright, thank you for everyone. Do you have any question? Please feel free to ask me. So it's time. We just finished the Unit 7. Hope to see you in the question in the Unit 8. Alright. Thank you for attending and listening. Thank you and goodbye.